Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, True Sports. Pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge. I'm stretching all at the same time. Get settled in for a little GOAT Racing League action brought to you by GOAT Racing Diecast, where you can save 25% or more by using promo code SIGNATURE. For an order of $50 or more. Love what Charles is doing with that website. If you haven't checked it out, you got to go check it out. We will have our timers come up. You'll be able to click on that link. If not, go in the race description on Facebook and YouTube, and you'll be able to find that link there. Huge proponents, and he's got a lot. I'm sorry, he's huge selection of components when it comes to your diecast. I mean, you need the driver. He's probably got it. Name the era. He probably has it. And if he doesn't, he'll find it for you. Charles is just doing a wonderful thing. I mean, his website's just continuously moving, and I love it. And the fact that his stock continues to move as well is awesome. All right, we are into week 10 here. We're going to be running Charlotte Motor Speedway. See, the night time is the right time. Remember, and Charlotte runs predominantly night anymore. From the Coke 600 pretty much starts during the day and runs into the night. And is one of those premier races that we can't get enough of. You can't get enough of watching. These races like to have a lot of fun. Right now, the next generation Cup car looks really slippery. This session started with about 20% usage on the track, which means it should have laid down a little bit of grip for the drivers to be able to get used to. It seems like we're seeing very free cars pretty early here. So and this is just, of course, practice. So we've just got a couple of minutes left in practice here. But it's definitely one of those racetracks that can seem simple, but truly is not. So we'll see how tonight goes. Let's take a look at what you got going on, folks. Again, Charlotte Motor Speedway here for the next generation Cup cars. Go to GOATRacingDiecast.com and get yourself a diecast day. Hey, it's Christmas time. What better way to get yourself set up for Christmas than to go to GOAT Racing Diecast and get yourself or get your significant other, or maybe you got a collector in the house. You might be able to take care of them in that way as well. Charlotte Motor Speedway, 134 laps, no fast repair, 100% fuel, 3 sets of tires on the wall. It is a fixed setup with 2 attempts at a green, white, checkered. And right now, here's your top 10 points. Wesley Donaldson leads the field by 61 over Chad Coleman. Anthony Crownover is tied with Charles Van Scoik for third. Tiebreaker goes to Anthony Crownover at the moment. Tommy Ryan, Maurice Burnett following suit. That is big names making some big moves last week, or not last week, sorry, 2 weeks ago. They were off last week. So they've had a week off. It's been 2 weeks since they've raced. Now a chance for these drivers to get some practice in, not only for here, but also for what they're going to be doing on Monday with the Sim 500 series, which is kind of a preparation. The schedule is kind of the preparation for what Charles has going on here. So love to see it. Love to see what they're doing. And as it continues to work, it is going to be a ton of fun. You're going to turn left out there? Yes, sir. I appreciate you being out there on Twitch. Thank you to the fine folks. Ahmed out there giving us a follow as well. Alex giving us a like in the show. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Tepco giving us a subscription out there on let me get rid of this. Sorry, folks. Tepco giving us a subscription out there on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. You haven't done so, we should hit that like button. It goes a long way to help support the stream. Ahmed Costco here for the 53. He's gonna come in first place tonight. Well, I hope he does. And now Daniel 14th on the list when it comes to as fast as things would get. Here's top 7 drivers on the top of your screen. That's going to be Tyler Dalton, fastest driver out there right now. That's a 2/100th of a second difference between Nathan Bigger, 2/100ths actually. If you look at that, Seth Fowdy and the number 15, third fastest overall. But we're about 3 minutes 40 seconds away for that next stint. So these drivers looking pretty darn snazzy. I'm gonna check on a couple of things, folks. We do have a driver cam up. I don't know which driver it is. sent him a message, and of course, it was on me to do that. It's a little dark out there, though. A little dark on the screen. I don't know if you could see it. You might be able to see it. Can't tell who that is. But we do have a driver cam. We got at least one. If you know, if that's your driver, you let me know. We'll talk all about him. Driver cam is brought to you by Beef Jerky Unlimited and is a proud sponsor of Senior Tour eSports. Going to be for the next year. We got them all the way through December of 2024. So we love to have them. You're going to be our driver cam sponsor from here on out. And we love that segment. I love that segment because driver cams are just a cool addition to the series and what we do. And I love being a part of it. Love having the opportunity to showcase what we do and how we do it. Yeah, just insane. And yeah, what's everybody doing out there? How's everybody doing? You tell me how you're doing. While you guys tell me how you're doing, I'm gonna take a hydrate break and get myself situated for 134 lapper here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. All right, drivers out there qualifying right now. Charles, thank you for the like. Wesley Donaldson, thank you for the like. I'm sorry, Charles, thank you for the share, brother. Appreciate you very much. As we get ready to go here, they're just a few moments away as drivers look at the low line run. Wesley Donaldson, but on his stat track here is what I was working on pulling up from the Sim Racer Hub. Has 3 wins on the season already. On the in the 9 starts that's on the Sim Racer Hub, he has he's finished inside the top 10 9 of those times. 8 of 9 when it comes to the top 5s. He's been able to keep himself pretty much out of almost all the messes. So batting 33% coming into today's race. So we'll see if he's going to be able to get another win here. Chad Coleman has that second point standing, but he is 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s. Tommy Ryan has 2 wins on the season. Mac McMillan has 2 wins as well, and then Anthony Calatoni has a win on the season. Glenn Campbell has a win on the season. I'm sorry, not Glenn. Excuse me. Dayton Taylor has a win on the series as well. So that's kind of where we're at. So 5 different drivers have wins. 3 drivers with multiple wins. 2 with single digits. Dayton Taylor, Chad Coleman, both of those drivers there. And Chad Coleman sitting in that 2 spot when it comes to points. It has no win just yet. So Dayton Taylor, Alan Tony both have wins. McMillan 2, Tommy Ryan 2, 3 for Wesley Donaldson. So we'll see if anybody's going to be able to get out there and apply some pressure. That's kind of one of those non-objective moments where you start thinking about how many laps have been ran and how many laps have been pushed, and kind of the way these drivers look and present themselves, and we like to see it. We do like to see it. Let's see. Here's the deal, though. Mac has had 4 races on the series. He started on pole twice and has won twice. A little ways down in points, but it doesn't do a bad job. Wesley Donaldson has led 53 laps of all of his 3 wins here, which is the fewest amount. Mac McMillan has led 324. Chad Coleman 178. Dayton Taylor third in that statistic, 75 laps led. Aaron Jackson has led more as well. So Wesley Donaldson 53 laps led total. Tommy Ryan very close on that. Let's take a look at it as it starts to scroll on you. Here is your starting grid for today's race. Chad Coleman is going to be your pole sitter. Tyler Dalton is going to be your outside pole sitter. Wesley Donaldson and Anthony Crowder will be there in row number 2. Jeff Ryan give himself a top 10 look here. He's going to have Bobby Wetzel to his outside. Dayton Taylor's going to have Scott Simley in row number 4 to his outside. Sammy Harrell is going to be inside of John Fowler, the number 48. Seth Foudy of Brian Cook to his outside. Now on the starting grid we go. Keith Long, James Smith will be there in row number 7. Atchinson and Moynihan's going to be there in row 8. Tommy Ryan, Charles Van Scoik will be there in row number 9. Nathan Biggert, Joey Gattina is going to be in row 10. Levi McCarty back in the next. Good to see Levi out there. Haven't seen that guy in a hot minute. Fairfield Motorsports driver's going to have Alan Wild to his outside. Maurice Burnett got talked to him last week at the old Talladega. He got himself a top 3 finish. Love to being able to get out there and have a little chat with him. It's going to have Philip Schmitz in the 24 to the outside of Maurice Burnett, the number 8. Cody Sturgill back in the mix. Going to have Jerry Livingston to his outside. David Watts, the 82, is going to be the final driver here. 27 today. And a good field. So going to see a few drivers on pit road. David Watts, Maurice Burnett's going to be out there. Livingston is going to be last driver on the field right now. Catch up 96, trying to warm up a little bit here. It does look like Pace car is ready. I am ready. Hopefully you are ready. Keep the chats lively. Keep them PC. Make sure you don't call out drivers. Make sure you keep your language, be good people. That's all I ask. Outside of that, it's racing. It's all that matters. iRacing, your platform for sim racing. You can use any one of these drivers' names. Help yourself give a referral to one of these drivers. They get a little extra credit when it comes to the end of the season, which is in the form of iRacing credits. Helps put on leagues. Helps these drivers get a little discount as well. Encourage you to try it out. Also, November's coming up in just a few short days. In November, they usually run a special for Black Friday. For Cyber Monday. Check that out. You may wait until then. Green flag. We are 134 laps. Let's fix some driver styles here as the driver numbers are going to load, folks. So bear with it, okay? Tyler Dalton out front of 19. Big push already. Chad Coleman back in second. Coleman, your pole sitter, tries to dig out of the corner. I tell you what, Tyler Dalton had a good restart there. The Sim 500 driver pushing in that Ford Mustang. 2 Fords lead as 4 Chevys follow suit. All of the drivers working really hard to get themselves in the mix. I'm going to refresh SDK's overlay there, folks, real quick. You can see what these drivers' numbers are going to actually look like. Scott Simley in the number 7. I'll have Foudy behind. Foudy in the 15. Runs that middle lane right behind. That's Sammy Harrell. Bam in the 43. Good race for him last week as well. Able to talk to the 43. Love seeing what this whole Toyota can do. The Air Force veteran pushing the boundaries. 14 just ran the fastest lap of the race. 30.42 for the field. Nova TV providing all the extra details out there. If you need another, if it's not me, I would recommend this. Noma TV, National Online Motorsports Association Television, be the other league the other broadcaster that I would recommend outside of that. I recommend me. Well, it goes. Tommy Ryan, 30.31. Not seeing the 29s that we were seeing earlier in the draft. We'll see. Tyler Dalton, 64.58 on the iRating. Giving a big run here. Holds a 4/10 of a second lead. We'll see what they've got going on. If you want to help donate to our cause for the kids out there on the old, you can see in chats. I know it pops up twice there, folks. I do apologize about it. YouTube doesn't differentiate between restream and its own messages, which is the bot. Donate directly to our PayPal Cash App. Goes directly into our fund for our Saturday series, which the GOAT Racing legend, Mr. Charles Van Squink, has been a part of. And last week didn't have the greatest race there. Some drivers got into him and ended his day early, which I was not happy to see, because he's fast when it comes to the long run of the racetrack. So 23 and 14th. Going to be up 4 spots. Joey up 7. He's your biggest move of the race right now. Drivers off of that grind right now. The number 10 moving. Cody Sturgeon running the fastest lap of the race this last time by. 24 has a 30.26. They're all pushing boundaries. Oh, there's Chuck. See, I knew Chuck would be there. A little late. I gotta make sure I post that link earlier for folks, so that way they can get out there and have some fun and get themselves on the stream and do the things that we're supposed to do. Because he has one of the coolest sim rigs setups or camera setups that you're used to seeing now. As Charles goes to work, he is holding on to it. That's for darn sure. Here's a look at the legendary GOAT Racing. The GOAT owner up 5 and 13th. Look at the drive into the corner. Watch how he has to rail break in, drop down, get himself to the bottom line. 14 has a little checkup in front of him to 48. Well, that's what he sees. This is what we see. You hear the throttle. I tried to give it just a little bit there so you could hear the throttle of what he's having to do here. Sammy Harrell, driver in front of him, 14, rode on the higher side here. He is having to be out of the throttle a lot more frequent here, especially early on. 43 is going to run up to the high side. We'll see if Charles can get around him here as we go back. The caution comes out. Oh, baby. It was the 96 of Jerry Livingston involved. The 9, yeah, I think that was it. He jumps to pit road. Bobby Wetzel involved as well. Here's a look. Ooh, oh no. Oh no. That is unfortunate for him there. Who was that up there that went around? That's Dayton Taylor. Another, is it the 90? Yeah, the 90. So apologies about that, folks. It's a 9 on the old Mopar look here. So there's a 7 to the inside, and we'll back up here. We'll go a little bit like this. Learn each other really tight. 9 up the corner. Oh, 9 was there. 7 drifts up the corner, gets the 9 turned around. And a great job by the 9 to hold his brakes. And then Jerry Livingston just unable. That's unfortunate for him. Now he has to get that whole dang old thing fixed. Boy, howdy. Tyler Dalton coming around is going to be your race leader as Charlotte gets its first caution. They usually run pretty darn green. And man, and remember, no stages in this race, so this is green to green. So this goes from flag from the first drop at the green flag all the way to the end. So there's no question about it out there. We love it. We love to see it. Ton of fun to be able to give these drivers an opportunity to do it. That is my new Discord. That we I say join the new Discord. It's always going to be the new Discord until I get all that stuff situated. But join the Discord if you want to get out in the game with us and have some fun. Dubby is part of the GOAT Racing series. You can check out. I think I hold on. I've got it. I had it last time and I said it wrong. Dubby is a part of it. I want to make sure that the promo code is still Dubby. Admin box as well. GOAT-box is the discount code. I think you get about 20. That's for the league. It doesn't matter. Adminbox.com. GOAT-box is going to be your promo code. I tell you what. Here's something about Admin Box too, and I know that I'm going to be talking to them soon, because I do want a camera box. I want something. I'm going to put it in there. Promo code GOAT-box. We'll check out Admin Box, folks. Not kidding. Promo code GOAT-box. That'll help out the league for these drivers. And for Charles, it helps raise money and all that stuff. Plus, you get some savings on one of the admin boxes, which is one of the best button boxes you can get, especially for that is made specifically for doing RC and admin controls. And you don't have to have a league owner to appreciate it, and you can set it up to whatever buttons you want, but it's already pre-designed for you. Go check out the website and give us some love. MDR Designs, GOAT 2210. We'll give you 10% off your asphalt paint orders at MDR Designs. Find them at facebook.com/MDR Designs. Again, Dubby, I believe Dubby is, I think you use promo code GOAT, GOAT. I'll have to ask Charles again. If not, Charles will put it in the description for me, or in the chat for me. 19 goes. We're back at it. Green flag. 19 of the 91. (14 of 134). Go number 25, says James Campbell Sr. What are you? Go number 23. Sorry. All right, James. There it is. He's getting some love out there. The old number 23. '99 behind. Here's Tommy Ryan, Levi McCarty up at the next Fairfield Auto Group, running that little band. That's my favorite paint scheme, and I'm glad to see it on the Cup car. About the old 18, Levi McCarty at back of the mix. Oh baby, 23 down to touch the 48 there a little bit. John Fowler. The JV Designs 48. Got a little bump right there. 22 Wild Man getting a shout out as well. That is Alan Wild back here having some fun. I like his paint scheme as well. Look at that thing. Oh no, we could use some Tennessee honey. That stuff's good. I'm just saying, partake responsibly though, folks. Got some drivers out. Want to know who you're rooting for out there, folks? Much love to you. Glad to see you out there. Make sure you hit that like button. Share this stuff out there so you know who you're supporting and tell me why you're doing it. 30.16, fastest lap from Tyler Dalton last time by. Not the fastest lap of the race, though. That in the 15. And a 30.161. But just very close. Very, very, very close. 30.164 for Tyler Dalton. Right now, Chad Coleman getting up to speed, starting to play catch-up just a little bit to Tyler Dalton. As Coleman second in points, trying to take over that points lead. Atchison coming off track here. It's going to be in pit road right here on the 88. Holy cow. Here's what, I think he got free off corner exit. And should have, and these cars are snappy loose. We saw it in practice. A little smoke. Bam. And then, oof. Car's getting snappy loose. He's on the bottom of the racetrack. Everyone know what this car looks like without anything on it. That's a broken, ow, man. So remember that tie rod issue that they were all having? Where they get in, they break that toe link. That's what it looks like in iRacing. That's a broken toe link right there. And it probably an inner tie rod. At least you see the coolant system pretty close to what they have for the Fords. That must be why the Fords have a muffled sound to them. Right now, Coleman, Donaldson, second and third. Fowdy's going to be in the 15 at Toyota. Trying to roll that beautiful beam first to the bottom side. It's going to be there side by side with the 91. 15, big shove here. Arrow push as he gets a little tight out of the brakes into the corner. Coleman there, 15 with a run here. Not really doing what he can doing what he can to get to him. It's going to be tough to pass, especially when you have the inside lane taking the air off. Two Fords to lead a Chevy. Here's Wesley Donaldson, the first Chevy in the field. Rolling heavy down the straightaway. 15 clears the 91. There's the WD Diecast 91 getting a couple of wins as we came on to start broadcasting. There's Scott Simley here in the number 7. Two Fords behind that first Chevy, but Jeff Ryan flirting with the side-by-side race here. The 3 and the 14 battling back and forth. Good battle here for fifth as these drivers are putting on a show. Simley and Ryan trying to close it. Three 14 side by side. This is some tight racing right here. If Anthony Crownover right behind and four spots off of that, just looking ahead, saying, well, you know, keep doing your thing. Keep doing it. On board of Anthony Crownover and his gyro cam. Look at the banking here. 18.5 degree banking on the 3 and 4. 8 degree banking on the front straight. A little downshift here for the driver. 3 degrees on the back straightaway. Very flat back straightaway. Robert's getting some love to Nathan Biggert out there. What's up, Robert? Hey, happy birthday again. I know it was your birthday a couple days ago. I know we did. We said happy birthday in Discord. But my man, still happy birthday. Happy birthday to the 96 and every other league that we call. Get the bigger, right behind him. The 01 trying to go, the Bass Pro Collectibles. Actually, if you have not seen or if you haven't signed up for the Bass Pro Shop Club, you get a lot of savings that way. I'm just saying, it is hunting season, right? You can check all that out. Sim 500 driver Dalton. And the 19 out front, 7/10 of a second over Chad Coleman. Seth Foudy's going to be in that 15. Trying to find his way around the 38 here. There's a little information of what this driver is doing into the corner. Here's your speeds. 180, 182, 84. Caution. Dayton Taylor, Anthony Crownover involved. And I believe this is probably where I thought it might happen if a caution were going to be coming out. They were side by side for a long time. Anthony Crownover having to duck, dodge, dive, dodgeball here. Yeah. Let's see what happened here. Dayton Taylor. Ooh. And Levi McCarty was involved in that too. Hold on. Dayton Taylor. I believe Crownover went low here. This might have been on Anthony. Hold on. Let's see. There's a 3 and the 14. They've been battling side by side for a hot minute. Crownover drops in the corner here. 27 downshifts, gets the roll. They push up, and Crownover has a run here, and just the door closes. And then everybody, little net code. Charles, 27, he goes around. And then Levi gets a little love tap with the wall right here. It looks all right, though. A little right side damage. That can all get fixed. Protecting the nose is the biggest thing. And, ooh, they're still wrecking back here. Monahan. Oh, the 54 came up. They were not checking up here. Boy, howdy, man. Who's in the 54? So big checkups here. Drivers are checking up, trying to play catch up here because some of these drivers have to go back up and get their stuff taken care of. Here's the 53. He is checking up here. And then right now, ourselves a driver that's full sent for a moment. Ooh, 53. Big checkup, gets almost into the 22. There's the 10. Anthony Crownover starting to get here. And 54. That was Watts. That's David Watts here. I don't know what happened to cause that. Kind of want to check up here and just kind of see. Oh, pardon me. I think David was just coming around. I think that's all that was happening. Alex, how's it going, brother? Appreciate you. They're checking up into turn 3. 27 there, 27. They get around the corner. 54 gets around the corner here. Just didn't have time. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. He was trying to slow down and just couldn't do it. 18 getting some damage repaired and getting some tires changed. Maybe get some of that right side damage taken care of. Sammy's going to be your race leader here. He came in on 11, so he's got a little bit longer of a run. 27 for Coleman, as now Chad Coleman will fire off on the outside, I do believe, of Sam Harrell. Sam with the 43, give it a good, it's a good little race going on for him. Love to see what he can be able to do here. He was trying to work through the field. He might elect the outside. I was going to say he might elect the outside on the restart. I believe the choose rule is on. As W gives you another caution here for the GOAT Racing Series. It is going. Folks, shout out your drivers. Shout out to people that you're rooting for. Make sure you hit that like button on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Get all the fine folks getting out there having some fun on YouTube with us. 23. Charles Van Scoik, this is the legend right here. He's leaving pit road. You know what you do when you come to pit road for the second time? You get yourself enough fuel. You get yourself on the racetrack. You just chill out and call yourself the legend. He's the legend. GoRacingDiecast.com. Use promo code signature. Get yourself and your family a present. It's coming up. You know it's coming up. So, you know, go to his website. Buy yourself a diecast. Not kidding. You owe it to yourself to buy a diecast. It's really dark in there. You owe yourself to go buy a diecast from Charles, and you can spend over $50 and save 25%. Do you know how big of a savings that is? I mean, think about it. Buy $100, you're saving $25. You're basically saving shipping, and then some. From a guy who's just killer, man. GOAT is awesome. Our drive cam is brought to you by Beef Jerky Unlimited. I recommend a couple of different flavors, but you can choose your own. You care about the food that you eat, make sure you go check them out at BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. Debbie, admin box, Sammy Harrell. Sam, ready to go. Start restart zone coming up. Tires level off really quick here, so we'll see how this works. Green flag. Gonna restart for the 43 here. Chad Coleman, the newer of the tires, but Sam hasn't really had a chance to put them to good use yet. So we'll see if he's going to be able to do that. 43, 90, 38, 19, 15. Whoa, somebody off the bottom side here. Fowler. 48 giving up a lot of room here. It's going to be fine. David Watts still with some nose damage. A little better than what it was. I know he took a big crinkle earlier. Levi McCarty's going to be out of the race. That's no fun for Levi. Good to see him out there, though, of the dude. 43, 38, 90. It's going to be your top three. Wetzel on the 90 pushing here. As Tyler Dalton led pretty much the first quarter of this race. Himself up to the mix. You see a lot of drivers pushed a little bit harder now to keep himself out in front of the 6,400 I-rated driver. 19 to the bottom side. 9 inside of the 90. That Dodge, a.k.a. that Ford, is running fourth. They put it on a Ford or they put it on a Chevy? They put it on a Ford, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Love it. I do wish they would bring Dodge back into the picture. Not kidding. That is no joke from this guy. I would love to see the Dodges back up. You see that Charger right there? There's no reason why we can't have that. Yeah, it says Charger. That'd be awesome. Chad Coleman in a Ford as well. You see all these folks out there running this Charger look. That's what the Ford emblem looks like. Tyler Dalton, 30.07, fastest lap of the race. Getting faster here is Sammy Harrell. Still tries to outpace him. 0.3 of a second is Coleman. Pushes a little bit more. Draft working just fine for the 19. Lots of back and forth. Ryan Cook. As Anthony Crowd over to the inside. Side by side for the ring 7th, pole 12. PJ Trailers 27, trying to make it work. Pushing to the bottom side. Van Scoik back to 14. Charles just ran his fastest lap of the race, the 30.22. Drivers crossing their nose over. Very close racing here. Jeff Ryan almost got Got a little boot scooting boogie there from the 22. Alan Wild got him a break there. Now Charles Van Scoik here to deliver. Also to Ford. Nathan Biggert in a Toyota. Pushing down, trying to grab up that 10th spot from Cody Sturgill. CJ trying to make some things happen here. Has the 90 of Wetzel in front of him. Wetzel as high as second. Now back to 9th. Sorry, as high as 3rd. Back to 9th. That was on me. Tyler Dalton to the lead as the 38 of Coleman goes to work. 48-19, trying to battle a 64-58. Coleman's been in tow of the 19 for a hot minute. Two Fords, two Toyotas, and then a Chevy in 5th. Wesley Donaldson. We're going to the race line that he has is Seth Foudy. In that 4 spot. Lavity's wearing a 15. Whiskey Wood and Leather Beard. Nice. I've got a beard. It's very close to becoming Dayton Taylor coming off pit road here. Coming out here to get some of those laps back that he needs. Every position counts for points, and a lot of these drivers are figuring out again what they're doing for this next Monday for the Sim 500 series. And they're definitely finding groove and momentum. And now they're going to be able to race each other. This is a great preparation. 134 laps. It's quite a way around this race, but 40 laps already complete. Stage is going to, there are no stages, but forgive me. 58 laps is usually the max that these cars can run on the mile and a halves. I've seen drivers push it as far as the 60, 62 mark. But, you know, that's what it is. DJ, thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you giving us some love out there on Facebook. Utus Sim 500 giving us a share as well. Thank you, sir. GOAT Racing giving us a share. Carl's giving us a share. So, CJ, much love. Share from GOAT Racing Diecast as well. Much love to all the shares. Thank you, folks. Sorry the alerts didn't pop up for all that stuff, but I do appreciate it. What was I getting at? I was going to say something, but can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Which happens. 23 side by side with the 01. Van Scoik, Nathan Biggert. Biggert, no stranger to try to run these people down. Getting himself in some of the bigger series here to perfect his craft. Has been gaining and winning races all over the place. And stepping himself up and finding himself in these higher split style races. I mean, the strength of field in this race is massive. Speaking of which, that's what I was going to do. I was going to try to find my session stuff. I will take a hydrate break. Make sure you do so as well out there, folks. Like, follow, subscribe. I'll be right back. Wesley Donaldson back to fifth here. And as Tyler Dalton only holds a 0.3 of a second difference between he and Chad Coleman. Coleman's been safe, letting Dalton just kind of run away here. As seemingly teammates going to make some things happen. Again, thank you to all the fine folks out there for showing some love and donating to our cause over at Toys for Tots. Donating privately and by joining our Saturday session. Much love to you. You're all amazing. I'm looking our total. What are we up to now? Toys for Tots. $994. So, yeah. We've already given away a diecast. That will be sent out tomorrow. Actually, it comes from Noma TV, one of our sponsors over here at Signature Esports. Find him on YouTube. Is fantastic. Another iRacing broadcaster, having some fun out there. Anthony Crownover in 15th here. I found what I was looking for. Strength of field for the series, 2.6K. I know it's kind of small on the top of your screen, but it is what it is. I'm going to work on making that one. Oh, Crownover off track on 50. So let's see what happened to Anthony here on 50. He just got a little bit free. He lost some ground here. Got around him. The only driver able to get around him. This car gets very free. It seems like it's not the weather. It's not the, I don't know what's making this car that free on this racing surface. Tyler Dalton leading Chad Coleman. Tommy Ryan 14, 16 for Joey Gatina. And he's up 16. What's your biggest move of the race so far? Cody Sturgill here. CJ up 14 as well. The 11 spot belonging to the 24. As Alan Wild tries to crack him down. Little battles all throughout. 55 of 134. Well, it's a great track, folks. It really is. And I know people call this the cookie cutter, and it kind of is. And Bob Dude giving us a like and share. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Much love. Speaking of Beef Jerky Unlimited, there's one of Zed drivers over there. Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't help you with your problem earlier. I know that Rich was able to help you over there, the Noma TV guy. I know he was able to help you, and I appreciate Rich for being able to do that because Jess was needing to talk to me. My Jess. Chad Coleman had a good run here to his teammate David Watts coming to pit road. These drivers might be starting to think about green flag pit stops sometime soon. We're about 30 laps onto this run. Drivers starting to get a little bit snappy loose after about 30 laps. Van Skoik inside the top 10, up 8 from the start of the race. Sturgill again up 14. The 14 up to 4th here. Started 20th, able to make his way forward. Joey doing a bang-up job of making a good thing happen and making a good thing run. Those are the problems. Question for future streaming. When you get fiber, hey man, yeah. Anything you need. I learned some things about YouTube today. We had a test stream, and I learned a thing or two about a thing or two, and it's a good thing that I am definitely getting that we've started to bring on sponsors, because the improvements that I want to make are absolutely going to have to happen if I want to do what I want to do here. Yeah. Good old fiber. Not the Metamucil kind, right? You're talking about it, fiber internet, right? Boy, oh boy. Well, Bob, dude, I will tell you, when you get it, if you need any help, then I will be there to help. I promise you. Well, there's lots of things to improve on. Thank you very much, of course. Oh, speaking of which, New sponsor. I know that kind of popped up there, folks. New sponsor for us, a first follower, first subscriber, and now sponsor. Tim's Matterud, like many of our supporters and friends, is like family. We're brothers in arms for cause to stream for clarity and mental health. And I encourage everybody to follow my Kick and Facebook. I put his links out there. I know I was trying to make a joke, bro. that's all it is. Go follow him. Go give him a follow. He is a legend. Legendary. He's my first follower. He's been my biggest supporter, other than, of course, my family and Jess. And my kids. Of course, my 9-year-old thinks I'm the coolest thing since sliced bread because I'm a YouTuber, quote unquote. What happened to Spicy and the TFRL? I don't know. That's between Spicy and the TFRL. I don't know what happened. I mean, I know it happened, but it's not something that I want to talk about on stream. That's not up to me, and that's between he and the league. But yeah, go follow Matterud. Also, Spicy's a sponsor too. How about that? We got sponsors galore, and they're all helping support things. And we've got big plans to happen. Include side-by-side racing, multi-cam views for iRacing, meaning that I want to be able to show this view and like this view at the same time, or maybe this view and then this view at the same time. You know what I mean? So, like I did on Sunday, whenever Noma TV and I were streaming together, was able to pull his feed over and put them together. Well, I want to be able to do that from sitting right here. So that's one of the things that we're doing. That is what we're happening. Yeah, I don't. That's between all of them, guys. It's I know he's kind of through. So, Kenny Real, what's up, brother? Good to see you, Kenny. How you doing out there, man? Tyler Dalton, Chad Coleman, Tommy Ryan, and look at this. Now we've I want to get away from Restream. That's what I really want to do. Not because Restream hasn't been great to me, but because, like some things, there have been issues with Restream being able to connect to our social media. So yeah, that's what we're doing. John Fowler in the 48 off 5. Driver off the most spots. It's going to be Dayton Taylor. He's going to be out of the race. He's off. Let's see who's still in the race. Daniel Moynihan is still in the race. He is 53, trying to work his way forward off 3 after a little bit of issues earlier. Bobby Wetzel is going to be off 10, the 90. I think saved a set of tires. I think that's what's going on there. Anthony Crownover off 10 as well. Thank you for the subscription out there. That name, I don't. Is that do you follow me on YouTube or on Twitch? Same guy? Have you missed anything good? A couple of wrecks, man. A couple of cautions. Taking out some good drivers, actually. Actually, I think only is it 1 or 2 cautions. Let me pull back up here. We're on the longest green flag run so far. So it was about 27, I think, is when caution came out. I know we had one early, and we had 2 cautions. So here's the first one. There's Anthony Crownover involved, but he's with the Anthony try to get himself into a corner with some good side-by-side racing right here. 14 into 3. Good recap here for you. The 14 into 3. There's Anthony Crownover right here. The 14 into 3 were back and forth for a while, and then they get tight here. Anthony sees a hole, shoots the gap, and the 3's still there. Gets to the back of 3, backs out of the throttle, gets himself loose. It's hard to maintain. Then a caution comes out there. That was the last caution. First caution, though, happened on lap 10, and this is with Bobby Wetzel here. The 7 got to the back, went side by side with him. The 90, I know it says the 9 right there, but the 90 clears him into the corner, backs the corner up. 7 drifts up the race lane a little bit as the 9 was cleared there and just kind of spins him around. Man, oh man. Yeah, that's what. Yep. But Anthony, now he's got some damage. He had to get the car fixed. He's got some damage and he's struggling. How about Tyler Dalton trying to close down to Chad Coleman, but Tommy Ryan now finds himself all over the back bumper. The battle for second is as such as the 99 drives a Chevy, 2 Fords out front, a Chevy, then 2 Toyotas. Here's what your drivers are driving as we go back and throw it up there for you. Tomorrow night, got ourselves the Fixed Racing League back in action. They're going to be doing some good things. Let's check in on our driver cams here. One of those drivers was sitting in a dark room here. I don't know which driver that is. If you guys know who that is, you let me know. But I know who this is. That's this guy. We're running 13th. And then Ford just trying to make laps. Good practice for the end of a good long run here. These drivers are going to go probably close to, let's see, they came in on 27 for the most part. Charles came in a lap after that, got his tires and fuel. Thank you, Young, for the subscription out there on the Young Camel. You know what? Much respect. Young Camel subscribing out there on the YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Charles having a good day right there. Beef Jerky Unlimited. Driver K. Yeah. 74, 134. We are 60 laps to go in today's race. And within the next 5 laps, they will be good to go to the end. Because right now we're getting close to that 50 mark on the tires and fuel. Sammy coming to pit road. He's going to be one of the drivers who's going to come in early. You can pit early, but you got to know that within the next 5 or 6 laps, these drivers, they're coming to pit road. Race leader Tyler Dalton holds on to the lead as these two have been battling it out for a little bit. 99 just a little bit faster here through the gears. As the race starts to progress, here's the 99 to the bottom, 38 battles to the outside. Going to be able to clear here, 99 through the corner. Tommy Ryan now going after Tyler Dalton. For Chevy inside the top 5, it's going to be your second place car. Wesley Donaldson started third in the 91, points leader here in this series. Getting himself a different look here. 57 laps to go this time by. A lot of strategy about to happen. Sammy coming up pit road, tires and fuel for the driver. James Smith at a 10. Doing the same thing. On stuff, Fluffy. Let's go. Look at that. American Strong. That the nice. I like the paint scheme. And so I know that's a checkered flag. It also looks like a soccer ball. A little bit. USA's to Team USA Strong, right there on the back. And you know what? It would make sense if it was a soccer themed. I know there's a checker flag with the American flag and the racing and all the cool stuff that's going on with that big bald eagle on the front. And it looks like the USA patch on the back, and you know, Team USA is really stinking cool as well. You know, big fan of Olympic soccer. That's my thing. Speaking of that, Olympics coming up next year in Paris. I love it. Kenny, how's your day going? How was it? Russell Black giving us a like. What do you say, brother? I just saw that actually just happened. It just popped up. What do you say, brother? How you doing? How's your mom and them? How you doing? Dalton, Ryan, Coleman, your top three. Biggert worked himself back up to fourth here. And doing a bang-up job here, up 15. He and Tommy Ryan tied for the biggest move of the race, and Nathan just trying to have a... I think Nathan just needed this long run. My mom had a stroke last week. Yeah, a week ago today, actually. And she's doing better. We're gonna have a good race tomorrow, hopefully. I think you guys will be fine. Be fine. Be fine. Where are we at tomorrow? Michigan? Yeah, he'll be fine. We're halfway through the season. My mom's doing good. Lots of all your prayers are doing good. Was well. My mom is doing. She's doing better. She couldn't see for a couple of days. But she's doing better. She's home. She's trying to. She went to see an ophthalmologist, one that specializes, of course, in the things that she was going through. And yeah, so Donaldson and Gatton is coming to pit road. Been good at every race. They're just expect to put a race together. I thought ATL was your race, but again, yeah, I'm full throttle during the caution. Yep. You've seen great racing of the Gen 6 car. Michigan is a whole different animal, though. And you guys are running a lot of laps. And my thing is and I love the fixed racing league. I really do. I love what they do. They have 3 green, white checkered attempts now. The only thing that I don't like about what they do is the fuel limitations. I think that if you're going to run a league and you're going to run long races like they do, and they do, I should be charging more for that series. I really should. And I only mean that because we go above the 2-hour mark a lot, and I'm charging the same amount everywhere else that I'm charging them. Chad Coleman coming to pit road is the 19 leads here. They're long races, and they limit the fuel, and it changes the dynamic of that car. That car is so much better. I would rather not see the stages and a fuel load, or one stage and a full fuel load, and just run it out, or throw the stages, because pitting with 2 laps to go or 3 laps to go before the end of the stage, when they close pit roads 2 laps to go, that's not my idea of a good race. And it's not good for the drivers either, because they don't really get a feel for each other. They're always pushing to wreck each other when there's a bunch of cautions. Rowdy goes to the lead as everybody comes to pit road. Top 3 at least come to pit road. Dalton, Ryan, Biggert all on pit road. Cody Sturgill coming to pit road as well. Alan Wild, Jeff Ryan. And I just think that leagues just need to just put the full fuel load in and call it good. When I ran my leagues, folks, I did the same thing. I started limiting the fuel on the car. And the drivers were complaining how it just changed the dynamic of the car. They couldn't practice in the car very well. Even though you set up the session for them and they go and they can practice all week long, the iRacing would get it wrong sometimes. So there's no accurate way to do that. So just give them full fuel. That's the only thing I disagree with them. They can run longer races and all that stuff. But when it comes down to it, give them all the fuel. Limit the tires. If you're going to limit anything, limit tire sets. That makes it so you have to manage your tires. Let them run, though. Anthony Crownover out front. These drivers run a little bit longer. The races are too long. They are. Yep. It is a car that you absolutely have to take care of. I agree. They should give you 100% fuel, and that is any league. I will always disagree with any league that limits the fuel. I think the fuel should never be limited. Give it 100% fuel and let the people figure it out. Let the drivers drive the cars. I love calling the races, and I love the Gen 6 car, and I think they have a great thing going. I just want to see them succeed in that car. And I want them to succeed in that car in the worst way, because I think the Gen 6 car gives some great racing. The next gen car is starting to really come together on iRacing. I can't drive it, and I probably never will be able to unless I really sit down and buckle in and put some seat time into it. So I drive the Xfinity car and I drive the trucks. I like those a lot better. The trucks are easier to drive, but the Xfinity car makes me feel like I'm driving the Gen 6 car again, so that's why I like it. These cars are so snappy on me, and I just don't have enough seat time behind them. So, but I love the sound of them. I love the way they look on stream. I know the aero pressure that they get. I know a lot about these cars, and I've been studying with them with the way NASCAR's presented all of the information, not just to iRacing, but to all of this. And I love seeing it. Love seeing what they do. How about Wesley Donaldson taking over the lead on 80, or when the cycle comes around? He's in third right now. But Tommy Ryan came in on 86 and has the lead from Chad Coleman, and Tyler Dalton back to seventh here. The tires and fuel, he came in on 86 as well. But Tommy Ryan cycles to the front. We'll cycle. I don't know if we'll cycle to the front, but he's cycling here. And he's coming out four lap fresher tires to the driver in front of him, who's in third. Wesley Donaldson back to where he started. Anthony Crownover out front for the time being. You want to have really fun, hard racing, don't limit anything, and watch people run hard. Yes. Well, and that's the thing. The Gen 6 car is not getting any more updates, right? They're not going to do anything else with it. The Gen 6 car is going to be nothing, just like the car of tomorrow. There's not going to be a series. It's the only car that you can still change the setup accordingly to what you used to be able to. And the Gen 6 car, just to me, drives like it's nostalgia for me, because when I joined when the car of tomorrow was here, and the car of tomorrow was what we had to drive, and then the Gen 6 car, and then that's when I really started figuring out the Arc Menards car was a little bit different as well. So now 27 coming to pit road 3 goes around. He's gonna get a lap back here. That's I think that's the thing that I like about the Gen 6 car, is that there's a lot of pressure to put yourself in that shoe, or in that moment where you can give yourself a little bit more edge. I'd love to see an open setup league again for the Gen 6 car. I think that would be fun. 90 coming to pit road here as Tommy Ryan will take over, so Bobby Wetzel will get credit for a lap led. But Tommy Ryan takes over, quarter second the difference between he and Wesley Donaldson. Donaldson closing back in as well. 191 was the high speed for Chad Coleman on his last lap. Nathan Biggert inside the top 5. If you drive the Xfinity car like it is a loose Gen 6 car, you'll understand that one very much, sir. I think the Xfinity car has some of the best racing on the platform. And that is by far one of the biggest proponents to why I wish that iRacing would get a more accurate representation to what the car does. The car is very free most of the time. It takes a lot to put yourself in that mode. How about an open Xfinity series? I think because the opens you can get in and really adjust on the car and crank on it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, maybe somebody gets out there and finds himself an Open Xfinity Series. I like Open Series. And you know what? Wednesday, I'm getting spoiled with the Full Throttle Sim Racing Series because they're an Open Series, and seeing them run different setups and seeing them get out there and changing their setup mid-race, it's awesome. Awesome to watch. 53 into pit road on 97. It's going to be one of the last takers. I don't think anybody else needs to come to pit road. Excuse me on the hiccups. But Tommy Ryan out front. Chad Coleman still trying to play catch up. Tommy Ryan had the long run pace, and he just needed a great pit stop to get himself out in front of Chad Coleman. Tyler Dalton, though, coming off pit road, he really have the. I don't think is that damage on the right front. Hold on. Oh, right front damage. Something happened. Did he get that on pit road? Hold the phone. I missed something, folks. You hear me complaining about. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, you know. So Charles off track on 85, which I didn't see. Tyler Dalton here on 86. No damage there. Locks it up, locks it up, locks it up. He's good, he's good, he's good. No exit there. Hold on. We're following down pit road here to see what's going on with the 19. Because I didn't expect to see him cycle out fifth after all this, because he had the pace. There's the 99 behind him. And let's follow along with the 99 here just a little bit. 91 gets up to speed. It's already out. Tommy Ryan gets up to speed. Tyler Dalton here has some right front damage. I don't know from what. It didn't show up. I have a ticker up here for the 2X, and I didn't see it, so forgive me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where it happened, but he's got some nose damage. Let's check in on Charles. That's why Charles was back at 15th there. Charles had an off tracker. We were going to put it back. It was on 85. He's good to go, though. Came to pit road on 84, so maybe just touching the ground there a little bit. 99 got himself around Charles Van Squik. So we've got all the way through 12th. As Jeff Ryan came out on 86. Jeff is the last driver on the lead lap. I don't know. I like the service. iRacing really does have some of the best racing out there. It really does. It's the most realistic simulator that I could ever want to be a part of. Some people like Forza Motorsport. I think Forza is not a simulator. I think it's a video game. What is it? A set of Corsa. Some people love that more than that. F1, they like that more than that. F1 drives terrible. And I put my wheel and put up. I have a Fanatic direct drive wheel and pedal setup, folks, right? The F1 game drives like trash. In my opinion, that's my opinion. If I were comparing apples to apples when it comes to how my stuff's set up here on iRacing and what the F123 was, night and day difference, hands down. Get out there and run this. And I've played NASCAR Heat 5 on my PC with my wheel and pedal setup. Not the same. iRacing just does it differently. I'm excited to see. I think, was it 2024 or 2025? iRacing is actually partnered with NASCAR to release their next PC game. So I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen with that, because I mean their next console game. So the next NASCAR game after next year which will be, will they call it Heat 6 or will they call it just NASCAR Competitive Series? I don't know what they're going to call it. I don't know what the name's going to be. Maybe they haven't, maybe they've already announced it and I didn't see it, but I'm excited to see it. Nathan Biggert in tow, a little high on corner exit there, down the bank straightaway. Tommy Ryan comes around, taking away the laps. 109 being completed. About that. Chad Coleman, profitable in second. Wesley Donaldson in third. Donaldson with 3 wins in the series. And some drivers put some effort in here. 48's going to be this driver off the, one of the drivers on second driver off the lead lap. It's got Van Scoy traveling behind Tommy Ryan here, the only driver in front of him. Right, yeah. One's the Fluffy. Admin box gives you 25 laps to go here in the GOAT Racing Diecast Cup Series. Presented by Sim 500. They got a race on Monday, and if you follow any of these drivers, that means you're going to follow a bunch of these drivers over on Monday. I know that we have a dirt series that we call. It lasts about an hour. You can always tune in to me, and then jump on over to the Sim 500 Cup Series and what they're going to be doing over there. GOAT Racing at diecast.com. Use promo code SIGNATURE to give yourself a little bit more. GOAT-BOX with 2 X's is your promo code. Save $19 on a setup box for the adminbox.com. I love that promo code. I just need it. I really do. Okay, so I like button boxes, and the reason why I like button boxes so much is similar to, like, you know, the Go XLR that I have on top of the Stream Deck. A Stream Deck has a bunch of pages, and you have to, like, I want something dedicated to my iRacing with the joystick, and so basically take your Xbox controller interface and then add, you know, a button box on top of it, and that would be my broadcast stuff. You know what I mean? That'd be awesome. Would love to have a broadcast box. You know how many? I mean, it may not be able to sell a bunch of them, but it's a specialized deal. You could sell it for about, I don't know, $400, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know how much that would cost. I don't know if I would pay that much, but it's a great idea to me. 3.2 second lead to Coleman as the 99 leads the 38. 38 trying to chip away at some points here. Nathan Biggert trying to chip away some time. Here's the driver in front of him. 1.3 in closing. The A-Class 3K, 29.73 to be exact on the I rating. Closing down just a little bit each lap. Wesley Donaldson has 4-lap older tires, but he is in the draft here. That 48 is like, hey, I'm trying to get around you here, sir. A 2-second difference between the 48 and Charles Van Scoy. Van Scoy has been pulling away every lap here just a little bit. There's Charles. Going to catch up to Cody Sturgill. I do believe being passed by your race leader right now. 20 laps to go. So, lucky dog, if something were to happen, we can go to the 24. Good to see Cody out there running. I like seeing the 24 run. He's a good driver. I'm so glad to see Levi McCarty back out there as well. I know that he was out early, but how awesome is that? Oh, wall tap. Heard that. The 99 getting into the wall a little bit there. Very careful. Chad Coleman, too much breathing room. We'll play catch up here. 18 laps to go. Donaldson and Biggert about to have a little bit of a battle here. 48 behind the 91. 48 wall tap there. Biggert in tow. Behind him is Anthony Crownover. Crownover with newer tires. full send kind of moment here. $17 laps to go. Here's the 01. 27 trying to track down Charles Van Scoyk here. Ran over, came out on 94. So a chance for some tires here. I don't think he's going to be able to get his lap back. But opportunities still knocking. 27 and 14. Sturgill is going to be right here. Van Scoyk gets himself around. Cody Sturgill, 38, dropping back here a little bit. Coleman in a rock and a hard spot. 2 seconds the distance between Biggert. Biggert got himself around Wesley Donaldson. I missed the pass there. We're back there in the back portion of all this, so I do apologize about that. Van Scoyk trying to defend the position. Doing a great job. I mean, that's all it really needs to do. Tommy Ryan gets himself back on the lead lap. Sorry, not Tommy. Jeff Ryan gets himself back on the lead lap. Actually, might be following pace. So Jeff might actually be losing some ground here. That's Charles Van Scoyk on your monitor there, folks. The GOAT Racing legend himself. It's the 38 go. 99 has 3.8 second lead. He had the long run pace here. This car was faster than even the 19 of Tyler Dalton, who led the majority of the first portion of this race. Right over back to pit road. The 27 comes in. I think he went ahead and parked it here. To see here. Something happened to the driver. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see here. Let's see. I think he really had anything going on. He might have had to go to work. Never know. 99, 3801, 9115. Gotcha, Anthony. Gotcha, Anthony. Unfortunate, man. We did go back and look at what happened there. We did see it. They spent a whole lot of time battling. Chad Coleman, 10 laps to go. Needs a whole lot more. Wesley Donaldson in fourth. Foudy in 15. Did a decent job here. Wesley Donaldson did a great job. Yeah, man. I get it, brother. I get it. I get it. Wesley Donaldson in fourth here. Still trying to keep a top five. I think he should still be a top five car. 9 laps to go. Seth would have, he's 7.8 back from Wesley Donaldson. If I put the battle box here, we'll see. Yeah, 7.7. I mean, the 15 would have to run a second faster. We can show you. I can show you real quick. We looked at it earlier. Actually, we looked at it twice. Somebody actually asked, you know, I did a recap of the cautions. I'll show you real quick, though. It's Tommy Ryan doing a banger of job here. Long on race pace all night long. And right here. There it is real quick. Right here. If you watch, these guys have been going side by side for a little bit. I know what you did. I know what you were looking at right here. They were side by side. They were going at each other. The 3 gets into the corner, and I know what you saw right here. You saw him up, and then right there, you had a heck of a run there, and I know what you saw. Just wasn't enough room. Five seconds. Coleman, Nathan Biggert, can he close down? 6 laps to go. There is Charles Van Scoyk in front of him. Nathan Biggert's had a top 5 car. It happens, man. That's racing. It happens. I know what you saw. I know what you were shooting for. I know what you were shooting for. And even Kenny said earlier, he said, you know, if you don't shoot the gap, you have a better run off of them. They were just side by side for a long time. Yeah, man. No, I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you were in the right spot. I just think that the 3 and the 14 were their battle was what disrupted the move that you were trying to make, and corner exit right there was good. All good, man. I mean, can't blame a guy for going for a hole that's there. I mean, it was there. About it, Tommy Ryan, 4 laps to go. Came in on 86. Chad Coleman. As Nathan Biggert to the back bumper. Biggert, battle for second is such. 0-1 to the 38. There was a hole, man. I get it. 3 laps to go. I'd have probably tried it too. It's tough. Run straightaway is real hard to pass here at Charlotte too. That quad over area just, you have to get the run, and they've been side by side. We were watching them side by side for 5 or 10 laps. You know what I mean? Not I wouldn't say 10 laps, 5 or 6 laps. So you know it makes all the difference. 2 laps to go. 22 of Alan Wild about to go a lap down to the 99 is Tommy Ryan. Looks to get another win here. And a good series and a good race. These drivers pushing boundaries where boundaries would go. Coleman and Nathan Biggert still battling it out here. White flag waves, final lap here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Legendary cars, legendary drivers. Chad Coleman, Nathan Biggert side by side for second. The 01 drops into the corner, 38 able to defend. Down on the bottom, Nathan Biggert will try to clear as the 38 tries to run him tight on the outside. Side by side for second. Tommy Ryan, 4-second difference here as the 01's going to have to slide the corner if he wants it. 38 digs the corner, 01. Side by side again. Tommy Ryan comes home. As your victor, Nathan Biggert will take over second. Chad Coleman will finish third. Tommy Ryan, your winner at Charlotte, knocking it out of the park. Had the long run race pace. We saw it early. Was able to get himself back around up 16. Nathan Biggert, your biggest mover of the race, up 17. As the drivers start from the back. Work through way forward. Fantastic little run they had. As they will run around and finish it up. Thank you, Anthony. Much love. So much love. He will burn it down. Celebratory time. GOAT Racing Diecast Cup Series here for Tommy Ryan getting the victory. Race results. Ryan, Biggert, Coleman, your top three. Donaldson finishes in fourth. Foudy finishes in fifth. Simley, Gadina, Dalton, Tyler Dalton, right front damage. I don't know where it came from, but that's the only that kept him from being up there. It's crazy to see. It's good to see that he was still able to finish on the lead lap. Sam finishes on the lead lap. Last driver on the lead lap in ninth. Alan Wild went a lap down just a couple laps ago. Finishes in 10th. Jeff, Van Scoik, Sturgill, Fowler, Wetzel, your top 15. James Smith, Daniel Moynihan's going to be there as well. And lots of fun. Make sure drivers can see this channel. Yeah, there we go. Where else? Sorry, I was fixing this stuff there, folks. Bobby Wetzel, 15. James Smith in 16th. 53 comes home in 17th. Is Anthony Cronover, buddy. You finished at 18th there. Rest of your drivers. Long, Watts, Cook, Taylor, McCarty, Atchison, Livingston, Maurice, maybe taking a provisional there. Philip Schmitz as well as drivers. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they were doing something different. I don't know what's happened there. But let's talk to good old Nathan Biggert, who finishes in second, and looked like you needed just I don't know what did you need?
I don't know. Probably just to qualify. I like to start in the back because I'm not a regular every week here, so I just start back there and just see what the race gives me as I come along. But it put me behind from the start, and just definitely we got lucky. I think that Tyler had some issues after that green flag pit stop because he was definitely fast tonight. And basically, I got lucky with the long runs, man. It was awesome to see the speed with the long runs, and that helped me a lot to get up inside the top three.
Being inside the top three, very important when it comes to points. But I mean, you're a top three car in most series that we watch you, and we watch you, of course, throughout. I don't know. You're like in 4 of my 5 broadcasts or 4 of my 7 broadcasts a week, so or something like that now. A different kind of animal here. You got higher. Is this a higher split kind of league?
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely some talent in here in this league, and it shows. And it's fun though. I come out here, I get to learn from these guys, and it just gives you more competition is better, and it makes it fun and exciting. You can definitely see the lack of cautions in this league. Is awesome. Every time I come here, we end up with a nice, huge, long run, and I enjoy that. So definitely props to all the drivers. They do an incredible job here in the GOAT League.
Get to figure a few things out and take it all on elsewhere. Nathan, congratulations to the P2 finish here. Give you shout-outs, brother.
Yeah, I want to give a shout-out to Tommy and Chad for their top 3. Tommy for the win. Congrats to him. Again, Tyler did a great job, just had some bad luck there. And just give a shout out to the league themselves, Charles for putting most of this on. And I think they mentioned before, it's kind of like a cross, practice race there for the Sim 500 guys. So big field tonight. Thank everybody for coming out. Thank you, Jason, Signature Esports, doing the broadcast. And just give a shout out to all the fans watching. Appreciate y'all. And definitely always give a shout out to my number 1 fan, which is my mom. I love you.
Love to hear it. I tell you what, man, they may it may be a practice race, but my points and these things do matter because when you look at kind of how the field and where the point separation is, wins are no short of other drivers. So you'll get there. I think you're going to be there soon. I see that happening. Maybe.
Oh yeah, it'll happen.
All right, Nate. Much love, man. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Mr. Biggert finishes in second. Let's talk to your race winner here. 3rd win on the season for the 99. And something I had noticed early on, Tommy, you had not only did you have long run race pace, of course you start back at 17th. You get yourself in progression. You move yourself forward. I started to notice that before that lap 27 caution, you had already started to get that progression to move forward, and then before the green flag pit stop, you're in third.
Yeah, I was just trying to pick my way through the field without getting ran over or getting caught up in some other mess. But yeah, I was just trying to keep the right front cool on it so it would keep turning. And the dirty air is you're chasing air the whole time too. So it's a chess match, man. Every lap, you don't know when the guy in front of you, when he goes down the corner, where's he going to land? Um, and then if you land in dirty air, you're not going anywhere. So it was just trying to pick and choose. But yeah, I didn't waste a whole lot of time trying to get up through there, but I had to be really careful at the same time.
Being careful and learning about dirty air. That's, I think, my biggest thing about this one. One, your pit stop was excellent. I know that Tyler was fast here, and without whatever contact, I don't know where the contact came from. I didn't get a chance to see it, and it didn't show up for me. But even without that, I still think that you catch him, and I still think that you pass him, just based on, I mean, lots of factors. He and Coleman were pretty much neck and neck most of the night. At the distance that you pulled away on the same kind of cycle, I mean, look at your finish. I mean, you're 4 seconds better than Biggerton, and Chad Coleman there. I still think you still have this.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys were shifting too. I was trying to avoid it at all costs because I think that just really put pressure on on the right front tire. On exit felt really good, but I think it was just tearing the tire to pieces when guys were trying to do that. Like I said, I ran fifth most of the night. And like I said, when tires eventually show up, then you can really start making some ground up. But it's just survival. Like I crashed in qualifying. So, you know, you just, you got to wait for the tires to show up and then you start picking your way through. And, hopefully there's not a wreck and you get caught up in it. And that was my biggest fear. And obviously I dodged two of them, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, it was a great run, man. I'm glad it went green. Usually when they get cautions there at the end, man, I know it's exciting for everybody to watch, but it's ugly for the guys who've been working all night to build that lead, and all of a sudden it gets a race. But hey, part of racing, right?
Yeah, we like we like the cautions early and a green flag run toward the end because it just makes fuel strategy. My favorite races are fuel strategy races when it comes to when are these drivers going to pit, who's going to either split it in half, or are they going to take the time to take tires, save tires. Some are going to take the right sides just to make up track position, and this is one of the series. There's 2 or 3 of the series that we call each week that are in this kind of boat where you have to figure out who's going to do what at what time and who's going to have the advantage. A lot of different pit strategies today. I know it was separated by a couple of laps, but I mean, if you look at your top 5, all separated by about 5 different lap cycles. So it was crazy.
It's funny. Like some tracks will pay off, pitting early, and then others like this one, obviously it didn't because man, tires just a few laps made a huge difference on the long run stuff. So not sure what that's all about from track to track. You think it would be consistent through the whole service, but it's really not.
But one of the things that I've always told drivers and to always remember that when you run your race like you're running Charlotte today, the tire model is actually built off of whatever you're running actually in the official races. So so that changes the whole dynamic. So it makes the whole simulator running different.
Yep, it does. It does. And it's like I say, get in here and do what you know how to do. And hopefully it works out. I mean, Tyler was obviously had speed in it. And I think he just got loose or bottomed out. I think he set out of 4 and got loose and wrecked it. But I never felt that at all. And I was curious to see if he may have been in 4th gear, really digging out of the corner. Don't know.
A lot of drivers were free today. That was it was insane to watch. It really was. I saw it in practice too. It was like nobody could. Like you tell people, hey, get a grip, and nobody could today. So, but you did, and maybe fifth gear was the secret. That's the secret to winning today. Tommy, congratulations on the victory, third of the season. I know you guys are practicing for Monday, but it means the world to me that I have you guys here. Give your shout outs, my friend.
Yeah. Obviously my main sponsor on the car, Heat 11 Dig, and Northern Tool and Equipment. Go to northerntool.com and obviously call the number before you start digging in your yard. So appreciate you guys, and thanks for Charles putting this on. It's a good practice session for me. Thank you.
I love it, Tommy. We'll see you next week, brother.
Right on.
That's the 99, 66, and the other relative. We'll let him go. Chad Coleman. Wesley said Tommy saves tire. Yes, I could see that. Chad Coleman finishes in third, and not without a battle there at the end with Nathan Biggert. Boy, howdy, man. You guys were putting on a show throughout.
Yeah, it's a pretty good race. But right there at the end, I ran too hard the first probably 20 laps of that run, trying to make up a gap to Tommy after I failed getting on pit road. I got the right front a little bit too hot and never let it come back. So right there at the end, I was just trying to hang on.
Tommy was talking about the tire pressures early on and shifting and downshifting. And Charlotte is a track, of course, you can downshift. You can downshift at pretty much any of the 1.5 mile tracks right now on the service. Sometimes it depending on how the setup is, depending on how the tire model is, you can have a different variance of the car wanting to snap out on you. Did you have any of those kinds of battles today?
No, not really. I don't shift much here, so I never had any issues with that. But I know there was a couple of guys that did. I think it might have been what caught Tyler out late in the race. I think he might have been shifting. I don't know for a fact that he was. He might have just got apron a little bit and got tight. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you could do. The main thing was just try and look after your right front tire.
Wants to plow. This is that track. This is a very straight splitter. It's a very wide car, and a lot of that splitter likes to hit a lot.
Yeah, pretty typical Charlotte. Just try to do everything you can to get the car to, stay neutral, maybe even on the right rear a little bit. But whenever it gets laid over on the right front, it makes for a long day to get that right front hot.
Pushes at the racetrack or wants to snap out on you, depending on where that happens, especially in corner exit. But Chad, it was a good race. It was a good battle. I mean, a top 3 night for you. You started on pole. Tyler got the jump on you in the very. What happened on the start? I think did he just get the good crossover there? Because I was like, man, surely this is going to happen. But at the start of the race, Tyler just kind of got a good restart. What's the secret to starting here?
He just, honestly, what it looked like he just laid back a little bit and rolled me once we got close to the green flag coming out. I wasn't really expecting it, but I mean, I think it should have been, but no big deal.
Good race. Still finished third. I know you guys got a race Monday, but always appreciative of you being here. Congratulations on a podium finish again. Tyler wasn't shifting. The car bottomed out on the bumps on low pressures, and he just couldn't gather it back up. Okay, that's what Wes said. So. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I like that kind of feedback. We love it. Chad, give you shout outs, man. P3 finish. Great race.
Yeah, just thanks you guys for broadcasting. Thank Charles and everybody with GOAT for getting us a place to race on Thursdays. It helps with practice for Monday. And shout out to Tyler. He painted this car. It's a fraud. So,
we were talking about that. I said I really wish that NASCAR would finally bring the Dodge back. It would just make so much sense.
Yeah, I didn't know whether to call it a fraud or just a fraud.
Well,
that's what we've got. That's what we got. That might be what we go with next season, if depending on how much the Ford template changes with the new car coming from Ford.
Tell you what, it looks good. If you would have said, "Hey, this is a Dodge," it's close. He would have told me that was
Yeah.
the model for what we were expecting from NASCAR. I would have said put it out there.
Yeah, with the work that a couple of different guys did with these templates, to make the Dodge stuff kind of blend in with the Mustang stuff, they done a really good job with the shading.
It looked good. It looked good on stream. All right, Chad. Much love, man. Look forward to seeing what you guys do next week. And you know what? It was a great race, man.
Thanks, man.
Always. Chad Coleman comes home P3 and all within a relative good reason. Thank you to GOAT Racing Diecast for giving us all the love and giving us an opportunity to call these races. You can follow the rest of these drivers at sim500.com and check out the next broadcast for those drivers as well. On Mondays, but not before you come watch the Chop Shop Racing Dirt Series tomorrow night. Fixed Racing League here on Signature Esports. Thank you to everybody tuning in. Thank you to all the sponsors that are with us over here. Thank you to all of the sponsors with the GOAT Racing Series as well. Check out the links in the description. Excuse me, hiccup. Check out the links in the description. And of course, and always, we appreciate all of you. Be good, be safe, be kind to one another. We'll see you in the next one.